ranking the NFC wild card.
I'm writing on my board.
Ranking the NFC wild card teams. All right, Kelly, get on it. Ranking the NFC wild card teams. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Now let's do the same with the NFC. Please rank. There they are. Vikings, Commanders, Packers. You must rank these teams from least likely to go on a run and win the conference to most likely to. Your number one team is most likely to go on the road, win the conference, and go on a run in January. Peter, you are up first with what I bet, if I'm going to applaud our production staff, is going to be the appropriate lower third. Jessica, well done.
Let's see. Jessica's got it.
All right.
Perfect.
Way to go.
Nice.
Way to go.
Great job.
I'm going to rank them. Jessica's number
I'm going to go 3-1 here. Commanders, been an awesome story. You're talking about who's going to go on an actual run here, though. Who's going to actually take – Kyle said it earlier with Bo Nix. We've never seen a rookie quarterback go the distance. We've seen him go to AFC championship games. Joe Flacco did it. Mark Sanchez did it. We've never seen them go the distance, though. I think they're a year away still. I think it's been an awesome story. I don't think they're going to win 3 playoff games this season. Sorry, Jamie. Vikings. It's a tough second-round matchup right there. It's a tough second-round matchup, and it could change. If the Packers or the Commanders win, they play the Lions. It could change. So I'm just saying that. But I don't know. I don't know if they're going to go all the way through this thing. If they were home for maybe. I don't know if they're going to go on the road and go do this thing. The Packers are my 1 despite being the 7. And I'm sorry my marker's a little left here. They did it last year. They went into Dallas as a 7. They beat the Cowboys. Then they gave the 49ers absolute hell and took them to the very final whistle. Their only losses this season, the Packers, are the Bears last week, which I don't even count as a game because of the way that whole thing went down. I don't know. I count it, but I'm not going to put too much credence into it. Then the Vikings, the Lions, and the Eagles. They can get their revenge, and they can do so in the grandest fashion. I still believe in the Packers, a team that I picked before the season as a wild card team to go on a run here. I think the Packers, Vikings, and then Commanders, if you're asking me to rank the 3 of the NFC wild card teams.
This is interesting. This is really interesting. I'm just going to put mine up. I got Vikings, Commanders, Packers.
Let's go.
I have Packers 3. This is why we do the segments. We don't pre-produce these things like other shows where we script the debate so Peter and I can fight about it. I had no idea Peter was going to write that. Vikings are Vikings. I'm going to choose to believe that they were tense and a little bit weird in that Lions game, and I'm going to give them a pass because of their record and because of their leadership. The Commanders, I just got a feeling about. The Commanders, and I know I said it last segment that no rookies ever started a Super Bowl. I don't think the Commanders are going to win the NFC, but I can see them as the team that, oh, my God, they're in the title game representing the Commanders. And then the 3 Packers, I just don't like where the energy is right now. I'm sorry. It's nothing personal. I think the Christian Watson injury is really big. I think he's very, very important for Jordan Love. I think he plays his best football when he's out there. In order for them to go to the title game, or at least certainly win the title game, they're going to have to beat Detroit. I don't like the energy they have against Detroit this year. Not only are they 0-2 against Detroit, do you know the Packers have the same record in the NFC North as the Chicago Bears? 1-5. They've lost to the Bears. They've lost to the Vikings twice. They've lost to the Lions twice. They got to beat the Vikings or the Lions to get to the Super Bowl. I just don't think it'll happen. Great coach, great quarterback next year. I just don't see it this year.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one for the Packers, and I am concerned about the Watson injury. But first, I've got Washington. At the number 3 spot, I've got Washington, and I think primarily because obviously the rookie. I do think though that the Commanders will end up beating the Buccaneers in that first game. But I don't think that they go far. That's what we're talking about, being able to go far. Number 2, the Green Bay Packers. That injury is massive. But let's get to the real stuff right here. We're talking about the Minnesota Vikings. What happened was just what I call a brain rush. And what happens when you have a rush, my arms are getting tired holding this thing up. I still believe in the Vikings. So many people want to put Sam Darnold in a box and go, oh, look, he messed up. I told you this was too good to be true. Y'all haters. That's what it is. So what? He had a bad game. You know, I'm going to do this exercise. Can we get a 4-box with all of us in here? I'm going to do an exercise real quick.
All right.
This is what Sam Darnold went through with the Detroit Lions bringing all that pressure. In 3 seconds, that's about how much time you have to be able to throw a ball, at least, with some of the good defenders coming at you, all right? 3 seconds, all of you guys are in there. I'm going to ask you a question. Name 3 countries that start with an A right now. 1, 2, 3.
Algeria, Albania, and
America.
Aztecia.
You follow?
Australia.
But that's what happens happens. You know the answer, and you just freeze up. Your brain freezes up. That's what happened to Sam Darnold in this game. I suspect that he's going to be well prepared coming into this first game. They win, and they go far. I see you, Vikings.
It has been well documented, my academic stresses through life. I did not enjoy that exercise whatsoever, Akbar. Name three.
I like that.
That was terrible. I don't want to do that at all. I can't play quarterback. I'll go that's all I'll say. Peter, everybody else put the Vikings as number one except for Peter. So I'll go with this just mostly because I'm having fun with the screen grabs today. I don't really feel like ranking anything.
Sure.
There it is.
That's going to end up somewhere. I just.
That's exactly right. Okay.